Hi, this is Satiris Balsakopoulos, and today I'm just going to be showing you uh, how to record an audio and put it on your EN blog. Okay, so that's what this video is going to be about today. So all you do is you basically log into your EN blog, you type in go to the login page and log in with your username and password, and this will bring you into your main blog, okay? And at this stage, all you do is you click on the red button here that says record audio, and you record an audio, which I'm going to do now, okay? And then just click the record button here in the center. Hi, this is Satiris Passaparopoulos. Today I want to talk to you about thinking outside of the box. What generally tends to happen to a lot of people in society and life in general is they get boxed in by a lot of ideas. They get taught a lot of stuff by schools and programmed a lot of stuff by the media, and to act in a certain way. In fact, I believe that people are sort of really taught to be like sheep. They're told that they need to get up at a certain time. They're told that they need to be in a job or be in a school at 9 o'clock in the morning, and they'll be up at 8 o'clock in the middle of the winter and those mornings. They might need to sit every day for an hour or 2 hours in a traffic jam to get to a job that they really don't like, and to work for money, which they end up paying 30% of the money in taxes before they actually get any use or any benefits from the money. So there's a whole lot of things with that, that add up to, a lot of things that really will not fulfill a person. It won't have a person fulfilled because firstly, people in a full-time job, a lot of people in a full-time job, they don't own their own lives, because they believe that they do, but really they're programmed that they have to go in at 9 o'clock and 5. They have to be dictated to what time they can come in, when they can leave, when they can go on holiday and stuff like that. And that's the way society is basically programmed. They're programmed like sheep, except the difference is, instead of having putting the sheep in a pen, they put them inside the cubicle in their job. And basically thinking outside the box, helps you be able to see from a different perspective where you are and where other people are. And this is the thing that, not being able to think outside the box can end up keeping you boxed for many, many years, boxed in a job or, a career that you don't like, boxed in in some sort of society cult thing that you feel you have to take part in because you believe that if you don't take part in it, it's illegal or you won't fit in with the rest of the herd. And that is not the way the human race was brought into the world. We were not brought out as sheep. We were not dragged up at 8 o'clock in the morning to go to jobs that we didn't like or to go to schools that we didn't want to go to. That's not the way we were designed. So by thinking outside the box, you will realise these things. You will be able to realise these things. And one of the things I love about being an entrepreneur is basically you do need to think outside of the box. You need to have good ideas. You need to come up with ways to create income, ways to create value for people, and you basically are in charge of your own time. If you don't do any work or for a day or 2 days or whatever, at the end of the day, that is your choice. You can go away for 3 months. I've done many sometimes go away for 3 months on a holiday. Or you can go away for a week, or you can not go away. Which I also have done. There's many years I haven't actually gone for a holiday. So it's because it's what I chose to do. And at the end of the day, having the choice, having the freedom, being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it is very you know, for example, there, my son 2 weeks ago, he basically fell and broke his leg in two places. You know, he's been sort of confined to the chair, and for the last 2 weeks, you know, I would without fear, I would always read my blog posts and stuff on because I enjoy doing that. But the last 2 weeks, I have lots of days I've missed out doing my blog posts, sharing my stuff, and because I've just been sitting with my son, trying to keep him happy, keeping him amused. And the fact of the matter is that I'm in a position that I can do that. And the thing about it is that even when I've been doing that, I've been making a lot more money without doing any work than most people would be making in their job maybe in a month. I've been doing the same last week without actually having to do anything. So that's the brilliant thing about thinking outside the box. It's a brilliant thing about being an entrepreneur, getting out of the rat race, not being like a hamster in the wheel, like many people are for their lives. And the only reason I can see that people can go throughout their whole life from maybe 16 years old to maybe 70 on a hamster wheel is because they haven't actually took the time to step back and look at themselves, look at their hamster wheel. They don't even realise they're on it. And that's why it's really important to think outside the box. And if you're sick of your job, if you're sick of what to do then, where to be, all like that, and you want to have more freedom in your life, you can join us and we're building an online business, by blogging on the internet, online. We give you full training, we give you full access to, people who are earning, huge incomes. I mean, I've had, 5-figure months in this business. My upline has had 6-figure months in this business and has for the last 2 or 3 months. So I mean, we will be doing trainings for you and showing you, what you need to actually do, showing you the things you actually need to do in the business. You just need to go to daily webinars, we do daily trainings and follow what we show you to be able to achieve the things that you achieve. Now, even if you are in a job and you don't want to leave your job and so on and so forth, that's also fine. You can start this business part-time. You can start it working a couple of days a week and it'll just take you longer to build it up, but you can start working part-time. When your income overtakes your full-time income, then obviously you can move doing this full-time if you wish. If not, you can keep your job if you like it, but at the end of the day, personally I enjoy freedom. I enjoy what I want to do, when I want to do it, and who I want to do it, and that's what keeps me here. If you would like to find out more, you'd like to be a part of that, and you can just click the link or click the button below to join me, in the business that has made me a lot of money, and a lot of other people I know have made a lot of money with this business. It costs $25 to get the actual blog. If you just want the blog, you get the blog thing for $25. So basically all you do is just click the link below, enter your email, and you can just watch the video without waiting. So thanks very much for visiting my website today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon in the near future. Thank you very much. What we do is we just click that button just to the bottom right, and then just click it again and create code, and you'll see there's a wee line there comes across that it's encoded. Okay. So what will happen is when the whole audio is encoded and saved, that line will come the whole way across. Okay. And when that line comes the whole way across, and this audio will appear inside this course. Okay, so at this stage we'll maybe take a break for, you know, a minute or two just until this encodes, and then I will go through the rest of it. Finished encoding there, and you'll see it comes up to add a title. Okay, so you just put your title in. Like so, and then just click create. And then at this stage it will upload. Okay, so you'll see it seems to upload quite quickly, which is pretty good. Once the audio actually uploads here, we should be able to see it inside our post. Okay. So we'll just give that another few seconds here, just to upload the whole way until it goes to the very top. Now we can actually see this is our audio here. Okay, so you can see this audio is actually in our post. Okay, now I've put the title inside the post, and I've got the audio here. Okay, and then what I can do here is I can just type in, you know, click here to join R2. So I can put a link to join my listeners if I want to. This is now be my call to action. So I put in my link here where we can go. What I'll do is add the people who I want to post my audio to. So the all team members, public blog, people in the posted, that's it. And then select the blog. So I'll select my network blog, category. Here, I'll just basically click the publish button. Like so. That's it. So now, if I go to my blog, log in. basically how you do an audio blog on your EM blog. Okay, that's how you do it. I hope you found this video useful. You know, so if you don't like doing videos, you can do this audio, and you can also have it, you know, when people visit your site, you can talk to them and tell them about stuff that's on your site and so on as well, by using this audio. So it's a really, really cool tool to take advantage of. I hope you find it useful. You know, feel free to scroll through my blog posts to find other interesting tips and tools on, you know, how to blog and basically create an income online. Okay, so that's it for me today. I'll talk to you again soon.